So I love Brazil, probably a little bit too much. But one thing I really wanted as I went to Brazil is as I was in Brazil, I realized that their culture is just so awesome, and they have a lot of things that they do in their culture that we don't do here in the United States, and then vice versa. There are a lot of things we do that they don't do, and I feel like both had really just really stable strengths, you know. So one of my goals as I was in the mission was to take kind of glean Brazilian culture and take all I could, the really good points I like from Brazilian culture, and implement it into my own, and while at the same time kind of getting rid of some American cultural aspects that I wasn't super fond of, I could say. I didn't see a lot of value in. Sounds terrible, but that's kind of how, that's kind of what I mean. I love America, don't get me wrong. But it's really cool. They have a lot of traditions. They just have a ton of traditions in Brazil. A lot surround food or dancing or music, you know. But one thing that Brazil nails it is they know how to make you feel like family in a sense. There's this thing that Brazilians do when they meet you, and they treat you like they've known you for the longest time. They treat you like a relative they haven't seen for a couple Christmases, you know. And it's always this really sweet reunion, kind of a celebration. And that is something that I've always wanted, to bring with me. Is whenever I meet people, I want them to feel like we might have known each other, you know. I want it to feel natural, just kind of flow. So that's something I love, love, love about Brazil. They're also very, what's the word? Decorative people. So, pretty much everything they do is they put presentation into it. I mean, Brazilian cakes, regardless of how they'll taste, will look super good. They'll look super fancy. I mean, the wardrobe when it comes to parties and stuff, they make sure it's all out. Even parties for little kids, they'll throw parties for a 1-year-old or 6 month old, I guess. And it's just the event of the neighborhood. It's kind of funny because this kid pretty much has no idea what's going on, but they're gonna have the whole photo booth set up, everyone in the neighborhood invited, the fanciest cakes and decorations, and it's they really go big or go home. They just go big. Another aspect of Brazilian culture that I love is they call it the jeitinho, which jeito means way, means almost like style, you can say. And jeitinho means the little way. And it's this knack Brazilians have to always make something work out. They are the most resourceful people. If something's broken, they'll find a way to fix it. If they feel like they run into a dead end, they'll find a way around it. And that's something I really didn't realize that in America here. We're just okay, well, if it's broken, get another one, that kind of thing. Which is really common. But Brazilians will always find a way. And generally, that means you'll see some really weird things happening. People will be driving a wagon with a motor down the street. You're things that are maybe you shouldn't find a way to do that. But you know what I mean? That's kind of the mindset there. And so they're really resourceful. They don't give up easily. That's Brazilian culture.